Hi, today I wanted to share with you my sort of everyday makeup look that I did this morning. And I've got a before and after shot on the post as well, so you can just see the products I've used and then what I look like before and after. What I did before I put any makeup on, which is what I do every morning, which is ready your face really and prime your face for the makeup. So I did my smoothing cleanser, so my cleanse, my vitamin toner, my tone, and then I actually put on Rainforest Dew, which is a hydration serum. So great for hydrating your face, brilliant as a primer underneath your makeup because it keeps you hydrated all day long. And then I use the Skin Feast on top as the moisturiser. And then I was basically ready to go. So just to go through what I've used today, this is the mineral foundation. It's very, very light. This is the porcelain, the lightest colour. It has a gauze mesh there, and you use a kabuki brush or a big sort of blusher brush, and then you actually put it in swirling motions all over your face. It's very, very light coverage. It doesn't feel like you've got lots of foundation on. So great for someone who doesn't want a heavy look or heavy feel on their skin. It's so light. Great as well at reflecting light, so it sort of blurs any fine lines and then gives you a great blank canvas to work from. So that's the mineral foundation, and that's £24. We have the Illuma then. This is the Tropics concealer, and this is in the latte, the lightest colour. Again, all these come in different ranges and different skin shades, so definitely pick the one that's best for you, and we can have a look at that together if you're unsure. This is absolutely fantastic. I have never been able to wear anything underneath my eyes because whether it's been expensive or really quite like a supermarket brand, I've always come out in rashes underneath my eyes because I must have very, very sensitive area. It's the thinnest area and thinnest part of your skin, all over your whole body actually. So you have to make sure you're putting on something that's good, and because it has no toxins in it, I don't come out in any red patches or cause any irritation at all. So I'm absolutely loving that. So I put that underneath my eyes with the applicator, which looks like a sort of lip gloss brush, like a sponge. Underneath my eyes, you could use it to dot on any individual blemishes that you might have. Great as well, I put it actually over my eyelids because it's great as a primer for your eyeshadow. So the eyeshadow will then stay on longer. So just a gentle amount over your eye. So it's a sort of 2-in-1. So that's the Illuma. So that's your base and that's you're ready to go. Now this is my new best friend. Now this is such a genius idea. Whoever thought of this at Tropic deserves a genius award because it is absolutely fabulous. It's such a simple idea. I don't know why no one else has ever thought of this before. It is absolutely beautiful. This is their palette. So it comes here. You've got the lovely big mirror there, and so you can actually apply it, and at the same time you can look in the mirror as you're applying it. Now you can see you've got different combinations here. I believe they have 4 different sort of combinations that you can buy. So you've got a big pan at the bottom, you've got medium, and then you've got small. So this is option B when you look in the brochure or online. But you could have you always have to have a big palette at the bottom because obviously it's just the shape of the pan. So you have a bigger pan there, but you could have 3 medium, you could have 6 small. So what you do is you look through all the different makeup, and we can do this together if you're unsure. Think about what you use every day. Do you use lots of different ranges of eyeshadow? You can even get lipstick palettes in here as well, and pans. So in here they do blushers, concealers, bronzers, they do highlighters, they do contours, they do brows, they do eyeshadows, and then also the lipstick pans. So there is millions of different combinations that you can get, and it is then designed specifically for you. You choose what goes in your pan, and then you can mix and match as often as you like. It is such a genius idea because how many times have you gone to a supermarket or Boots or wherever, and you bought I'm a real sucker for an eyeshadow palette, but I maybe only liked or used 2 of the colours out of the 4 or the 6, and this way you're picking and choosing the exact shades and the exact products that you want in the one pan. You can then use this in your handbag, very, very light, very small, or you could take, when you're going away on holiday, you can mix and match all the different colours and just use what you want. So you haven't got to take a massive bag of makeup with you anywhere anymore. And this is just the genius part of it. If you see here, if I just unclip these are all magnetic. These are little trays. So the actual eye makeup comes underneath, and you can slot them into these little pans, and then they are magnetic. So then you can just clip them in. Like that, like so. And then those trays, when you actually finish with the makeup, I'll just show you again here, when you finish with your your pan, there's little holes underneath there, and you would just put like a bobby pin or a pen or in there, and then you pop them out, and then they're fully recyclable as well. It's just the amount of wastage that's been saved by this idea is just, it's just tons and tons, because you can then recycle those aluminium trays, and then you can just pop in your next colour, your refillable. So you go on to the Tropic website, or you can work with me and we can look at all the colours together, and then you would pick whatever options you like. So what I've got in here and what I use today, just so you know, but the ideas and the combinations are limitless. So whatever you're into, whatever selections you like, we can go from there. But just know that, for example, eyeshadows, you can't have a massive, medium sized eyeshadow. Only certain products come in certain sizes, but that's all on the website, all in the brochures, and or certainly definitely with me, and we can go through that together. So what I've put on today, again, with this, I have never been a massive person for brows. All I've ever really done is sort of try to, make them the right shape and brush them maybe. I've never put any powder in, anything like that at all. Now this is the Brow Boss, and this is the Carob, which is the darkest colour. It can also be used as an eyeshadow. This is another thing that's amazing about these palettes, is all of this is mix and matchable. You can use a blusher as you put it over your lips, and then put a bit of lip gloss on top, and you've got a lipstick. You can put the highlighters here, as you could put that as your eyeshadow, light colour, everything you can put all over your face. You do not have to worry, you can interchange it. So the Brow Boss can be used as a dark brown for your eyeshadow, so don't buy that dark brown eyeshadow, use the Brow Boss. So this one is the Carob, and I use this amazing tool here. This is the 3-in-1 brush. So for the eyes, you've got, I'll just take it off here, so you've got the little spoolie on the top, so you sort of actually brush your eyebrows first, and then this little brush here, which I've used in that brow Boss powder, and applied it just very gently, powdering into it, and just all you're doing is filling in the areas, giving it a bit more definition. I don't like personally that sort of big eyebrow look that's quite thick. I like to look still natural, but as you get older they do get a bit more sparse. So you're just basically filling it in and make them look more fuller and the one colour. So that's a real key. So I did that first, and then today I've gone for a very, very simple look, and I've gone for the oatmeal, and this is very, very light, and I put that all over my eyelid and just up to my brow bone, really, just to really brighten and lighten my eye. And then within the actual socket area, I've just gone in with this baobab here. So it's like a mushroomy sort of grey brown colour, and the two have just really mixed lovely together. Just out of interest, this one's actually maca that I've got here as well, just a subtler, more warmer brown tone. Then I went on to my cheeks, and I put this beautiful, this is the golden apricot. It's great for paler skin, or if you just want a sort of warm glow, warm touch of colour. And I just put that on the apples of my cheeks, and then I used highlighter, which I've never really used much before. This is the Spring Lily, so this is the medium pound. This is the Way to Glow, that's the product name, but the actual colour is Spring Lily. And I sort of just dab that over the areas of my cheekbones where the light would normally capture the light onto, and reflect onto my skin to make it look healthy and glowing in the right, to highlight as it says. So this is an amazing tool. So you've got the blusher here, so that these big pans, they're £20, the medium pans are 16, and the small are 8, whatever combination you have. Now the brilliant offer, you can of course buy them separately, and they come in a lovely little cardboard little box, recyclable box, and you can keep them and intersperse them and mix and match. You could have a day and a night palette as well. That's what a lot of people do. They have maybe 2 or 3 palettes, and you just swap them around, or you just remove these and then remove the colour, and then mix and match as much as you like depending on what you're doing. But with these, if you actually, the case itself is 16, but if you actually put together a whole palette, whatever combination you have, it is £68, and you get the palette actual tin itself free. So for £68 you can then have your whole face. You've got your brow, your highlighter, whether you're doing contours, you're doing bronzers, you're doing eyeshadows. Absolutely genius idea. So one of my absolute new faves, and I'm certainly going to be buying extra little eyeshadows and mixing and matches, going to get some bronzers through the winter as well. So any questions on that, just come back to me, contact me. I'd love to do some one-to-ones with makeup, and we can go through and select your perfect palette as well, the one that you would love. So moving on from that, so you've got the brush here as well, and then our 3-in-1 eye brush is £16, but you could take that away with you, and I use this little brush on the end to apply the eyeshadow. So if you wanted to keep your brush use limiting, you know, actually don't want to have thousands of different brushes, this 3-in-1 combination is brilliant. So we've also got here then the Tropic. This is your fixing gel, and I've got it in the black. Absolutely lovely, really thick layers and coating of the mascara, really easy to use, great at getting off as well with your smoothing cleanser in the evening. Just wipe it over your eyes, very gentle, and again no irritation at all. And this is my lovely actual colour here, which is the lip glaze, and this is in Candy Pop. So very light, very creamy, really moisturising, and you can just obviously reapply it during the day as well. So that was my look today. Any questions on any of these? If you'd like to have a sort of makeup, you know, shake up your makeup look, we can get together, do some one-to-ones. I can make some recommendations, help you go through the actual palette. If not, online, the really thing I'd recommend you do is you go onto the website, onto my web shop, and you can go to the palette, and then you can click and then you can create your own palette, and you can see it developing, and you can see what it would look like. So that's a really good idea to do as well. But think about what you use day to day, what sort of colours you like, or do you want to go, you know, completely different and actually have a new look? So any questions at all, just ask. I'd love to help you create some new makeup looks for yourself. I'm absolutely loving these. These are so soft, and the eyeshadows just stay on a long time, and they're just light and creamy. They're just absolutely amazing. So I'm loving the palette, loving the makeup. Any questions on this at all, please ask, or pop along to my web shop, and I'll hopefully catch up with you again soon. Take care.